Well, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the Wrekshop. I am your host, 5 O'Clock Shadow. Today's episode, we're going to be going and playing some School of Chaos. I know that's very surprising for you, but we're going to be doing something. This is pre-recorded, so I don't know what we're doing, so go on to me in the future. Well, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the Wrekshop. I am your host, freezing cold. It is currently like 25 degrees outside, and I'm not really enjoying this at all in this cold room. But anyway, we're going to get started into this episode. So it took me some time. I've been off and on working on it. That's why I've been gone for so long. I know you look at it like, Mr.digs, where's your last update? Well, I've been stuck on VNL's dang update with those fights with the snowman. So I finally beat it, and I will take y'all along my journey on how I did it. And maybe you can get some help. But that's it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my suffering. Let's start with this event compared to others, like Not Angelina, Your Mom, and The Bullies.
We do not care.
Now, normally, a pro School of Chaos player like me would have no problem with a challenge like this, but for some reason, I couldn't seem to get the timing right with the attacks of the snowman. Which are the following. Number 1, the fresh cut.
I like it 'cause you.
And number 2, I didn't come up with a funny name, so it's just the zombie attack, this one. Anyway, both attacks hurt equally, so let's start with the first one. The fresh cut, at the moment the hand's raised, on the 15th frame, the hit will actually come out. And for the right hand, about 26 frames when the hitbox actually comes out. And so how much is this time? It's about this fast. There's the left hand, and here is the right. There you go. If you have fast reflexes, put a comment down below and let me know if you've got the fastest hands in the West. But that's not the only thing. There were many occasions where the first hit wouldn't even land.
Psych!
Or worse, the counter would not even count.
Doesn't count to me, it's not real.
Allowing the boss to destroy even more armor with every extra hit it got. As for the second zombie attack, the hitbox came out around frame 14 or 18. So there's some timing to get in between that one. How fast is that? It's about that fast. For my first few attempts, I just rushed in with no real plan, just hoping I could just be perfect as I normally am for this extremely long fight, which it didn't go very well.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I went over to my house to do some rearranging with my inventory because if anyone has seen it in the past few videos, it's quite a mess.
Good grief!
Also, don't worry what you see in my place. It's for an event that I have coming up in another video. You might remember it. Some of y'all got to test it out for me, but yeah, maybe I'll make another video about that one.
Don't count on it! Aww.
Now, on to this event stage. Like many who came before me, I'm sure we all thought we could just cheese the stage like we do with your mom when we get on the couch and just hit her. Well, think again. What are you, an idiot? VNL had already thought of that and made an anti-cheese arm that would attack you every time you got on top of the platforms like a chicken. Also, in order to attack the snowmen, you have to get into their attack range, so it's kind of useless.
My legs!
For the next 2 attempts, I tried to be perfect. The run and gun method, just hitting the bots when I had the time and then running back to safety. But unfortunately, I would always make one mistake, resulting to getting sent back to the rest area.
Trash!
No hope of beating this fight at all that I stopped recording audio. Now I have to narrate everything, and it's an even bigger pain in the butt. And it makes me hate this event even more than I already do. This was starting to be really hopeless. I would spend 10 to 15 minutes per round just to make one mistake, and then have to restart all over again.
Spam garbage. G-A-R-B-I.
But all changed until I found this. Yeah, there's no audio, so I'll have to make it up as I go.
Aw man, I sure do suck at this game. I've been complaining for the last 6 hours because I suck. Wait, what? I can just hide here? That's awesome. I'm the best in the world. I suck and I will never amount to anything.
But with that discovery, that showed me that there was a light at the end of this miserable tunnel. Like we discussed earlier, when you stood on the platform, the robot arm would attack you anytime you got too far away. And if you stood too close, the snowman would also just attack you as well. But if you stand and play this balancing act, you could actually attack the boss behind the boiler without them attacking you. So there you have it. We have the perfect way to beat the game, right? Well, the first snowman will stand like an idiot and just take hits from you when it hits about half to a quarter health. And then it would go in what I like to call a wander mode, where it would just walk back and forth in its set path, and it would never really fight back. It'll just continuously walk without throwing a punch indefinitely. That works for the first one. But the other one, this was a totally different type of snowman. This guy, for one, would never go into wander mode. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't fool him to wander around while I hit him. The second, he would also not fall for standing behind the boiler. I would have to kind of play this ring around the rosy kind of game in order just to get a couple hits in before he would ultimately figure out my plan and walk to the other side. Luckily, we get a one lucky break and we're able to finally figure out the perfect spot and finish out this level. Of course, there was no audio, so it sounded something like this at 12 o'clock at night. Let's go! So there you have it, another event beaten, put under my belt. So VNL, nice try, you almost had me, but you just can't beat the Wrekshop. It was quite the fight, but we actually got a pretty good piece of armor, so it's not so bad compared to these new items. Speaking of which, let's go check out these new items before I go.
Garbage. It's disgusting.
Well guys, that's all the time I have for today. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.